future vision.
This is totally awesome!
Toys.
Toys. Shoot or run?
Let's run.
Toys.
Teleportation.
Toys.
Stand back, Sam. I'll send those doppelgangers right into the harbor.
I don't think so.
Who said that?
Hello, folks.
What was that?
Unless I miss my guess, the mysterious master is none other than your little dark dimensional puppet.
I knew it was evil.
Well, thankfully, like all evil dummies, Charlie's pretty much helpless without a host body.
Am I, Sam?
Am I? Samar, Caesarum!
Kill it with fire, Max!
On it! Darn.
Yank the cord! Yank the cord!
Oh, Sam. Oh, I just had the most ridiculous dream. Stinky was making out with a giant cockroach. Then an evil ventriloquist dummy knocked us out and...
Hello, boys and girls. Welcome to the Charlie Hotep Show.
Oh, that's way more naked Sam flesh than I'm comfortable with.
We got a great show for you tonight, ladies and germs. For our first act, our lovely and talented army of doppelgangers will sing and dance their way into your souls with their dimension-shattering rendition of that oldie but goodie, Patas Kitten. And for our second act, well, there won't really be a second act for most of you, since you'll be too busy screaming and gouging your eyes out after your pathetic reality is subsumed by the glories of the dark dimension. But you won't want to miss our spectacular finale when the great and terrible Junior makes his long-awaited return, lovingly slips me onto one of his tentacles of anguish and plays with me!
Not if my as-yet unexplained psychic powers have anything to... Hey, where'd my toys go?
Looking for these? Let's have a big Dark Dimension round of applause for Sam and Max, without whom tonight's apocalyptic conjuring wouldn't be possible.
I feel so violated.
And now, on with the show!
Hang on, Sam, I'm coming to get... Oh. Hang on, Sam, I'm coming to get you! Try not to end the world or anything! I've been slapped up in the air enough times by Sam to know that I'm never getting past those guys. Yeah, she's pretty, but I have a standing rule against dating anyone who can use me to dig boogers out of their nose.
Come on, everyone! Play along! What's that? You say you can't move? Of course you can't, you big dummy! You're my slave, my pawn, my... Oh, what's the word? Puppet!
Very ironic.
Oh, ain't that sweet? You're still struggling. Oh, Ain't that sweet? You're still struggling. Whee! Oh! Whee! Oh!
Hey, there's no attic in the Statue of Liberty.
What's this? My enthralled man puppy has something to say. What do you say, boys and girls? Do you want to see my amazing talking to a stupid mutt while playing the piano and ushering in the end of the world trick?
Yes.
Alrighty then. So, buddy, what's on your mind?
What in the name of Kubrick's beard groomer is that unholy abomination?
That's Junior, youngest of the Elder Gods. When the walls tumble, he'll reign supreme over the darkness, and I'll be his favorite toy again, just like it was in the before time.
Ha! Junior hated you, Charlie. He used to call you Creepy Charlie.
You want creepy? I'll give you creepy, old man! Ah, that was fun. And now, back to tonight's featured entertainment.
Nicely done, Sam. If you want to change the music again, just gesture in the general direction of the piano, and I'll do the rest.
More talking. It's a good thing you're the perfect straight man, or I'd be thinking about turning this into a solo act.
Since the world's about to end, could you tell me what's going on with Sal and Stinky? You enthralled them before we could break out the rubber hoses.
The fishwoman and the insect man were mere pawns. Their petty criminal dalliance is a pathetic warm-up back to my grand guignol!
In other words,
Not a clue.
why have you dragged poor paperweight / Norrington / Yog Sagoth up here?
The grumpy old fool thought he could destroy me along with all the other toys of power. Now he'll bear witness to my ultimate triumph as I sacrifice him to his own grandson!
And I thought my family reunions were awkward. I think you and Norrington should have a nice little sit-down.
Never! I swear, ere this night doth wane, Yog Sagoth will drink the black splinters of my vengeance!
Not that I'm not flattered, but why did you go through all the trouble to make an army of half-naked Sam clones?
A spell of this magnitude requires the sacrifice of 1,001 thralls to complete the complex and arcane chance to tear down the walls between this world and the dark dimension.
Yeah, but why me?
Because you are the ideal straight man. Only you have the perfectly malleable brain that allows me to command you where to go and what to do without fear of being challenged by a stray independent thought. It's almost as though you were born to be ordered around.
He's got you there, Sam.
Why's the toy box all glowy?
Now that my magnificent doppelgangers have gathered all the toys of power, the toy box is suffused with the terrible energies of the dark dimension.
Good for you.
When my spell is complete, I'll use the power of the toy box to tear down the walls between your realm and mine, dragging both realities into an eternity of torment and despair.
Okay, but how will that be different from any other ventriloquist act?
Hey-o!
Wow, a crazy evil ventriloquist dummy. Way to perpetuate the stereotype, Charlie.
I'm not crazy, or evil, or illiterate.
I didn't say...
I'm lonely.
Is that what this is all about? Because Max and I can fix you up with a nice girl who runs a diner.
Don't need a woman. I need Junior.
So how long you been working on this scheme anyway?
None of your beeswax, Fido.
You sure you don't know anything about Stinky and Sal's plans for Grandpa Stinky?
Hey, I just enthralled them to assemble and maintain my cloning chamber. I didn't get involved in their icky personal life. Enough chin wagging. On with the apocalypse!
Yep, it's locked.
Whee!
Oh! Ow!
It's all so... Oh, ain't that sweet? You're still struggling.
You pathetic fool! Junior never played with you. He hated you.
Shut up, shut up, shut up! Boy, oh boy, I needed that! Whee! Oh! Whee! Oh! Why so gloomy?
Junior. Charlie knows nothing about Junior. Nothing!
Had enough, old man? Whee!
Oh! Ow!
Top of the end of the world!
Ha! Junior hated you, Charlie. He used to call you Creepy Charlie.
Had enough, old man?
Wee-hee-hoo! Aha! Take that, elder dorks!
You think you're winning? Every time you change the music, you bring your world one step closer to annihilation!
Lady, you could really use a facial peel.
That's the corruption of the dark dimension seeping into your world.
Ribs. Juicy, demonic ribs.
Curse you, Uncle Morty!
Oh, ain't that sweet? You're still struggling.
You pathetic fool! Junior never played with you. He hated you.
Shut up, shut up, shut up! Had enough, old man?
Oh, Hoteps.
Hey!
Oh! Hey, Sam! You think you could try a different piece of music the next time?
Sorry.
Junior, Charlie knows nothing about...
Had enough, old man? Had enough, old man?
You pathetic...
Shut up, shut up, shut up! Had enough, old man?
Wee-hee-hoo!
Junior, Charlie knows...
Had enough, old...
No, wait! Hey! Oh! Hey, Sam!
Sorry.
Ha!
Had enough, old man?
You pathetic...
Shut up, shut up, shut up! Had enough, old man?
Junior, Charlie knows...
Had enough, old man?
Wee-hee-hoo! Hi-ho, tentacles! Away!
Max, free me and we'll...
Yeah. First I gotta shoot a dummy with a robot.
Max, don't!
Hey!
Get back into the toy box where you belong, Charlie. You'll never be Junior's favorite.
Looks like the crowd's had just about enough of your guff, Pops. What do you say, everyone? You heard him, Krusty.
I am the crime-powered robot. Please give my instruction to everybody.
Let's all give a big hand for Yoxagot's death scene, everyone! It looks like everything's about to go kablooey, so if you'll excuse me, I'll just ascend into the firmament and get ready to meet the end of the world!
That didn't go well.
What are we gonna do now, Sam? Without my cool psychic toys, I'm as useless as a sprinkler in a squid farm.
Useless? I think not.
Dr. Norrington?
Max, listen. The power is within you.
Sam? What's happening?
I think Norrington's just unlocked your total psychic potential.
Cool.
Either that or your head's about to explode. Either way, you should probably aim for the dummy.
Will do.
Godspeed, John Glenn.
All right, Cedar Face. Let's finish this thing. Braino el Braino.
A fight! you, Junior. All for you. Come to me, Junior. The power of the toy box compels you. Nobody puts Charlie in the box. Is everyone having fun yet? Trying to read my mind? That's a no-no. Ow! What's the matter, dummy? Are you scared?
Eternal darkness, eternal darkness.
What was that?
Now you will be able to pluck images from the minds around you. Use them to defeat Charlie Hotep.
No problemo.
This is my...
Oh, great. Now I'm gonna have that song stuck in my head all night. Tongues of flame, hear a snark.
Come on, you little glowing punk. Take your best shot.
Ignaris gali mind blegrevissi actiforn. Eternal dark. Dar Charlie Hotep, Dar Charlie Hotep.
The wheel says, toy broken, powers unavailable. Rhinoplasty.
How about a little fire, Scarecrow?
Ooh, fire! Reservas, whatever shall I do? Oh, I know. What a maroon!
Rhinoplasty.
Ha! Do you think you can beat yourself? Wait. Let me rephrase that.
What a poltroon! You think I wouldn't have planned for that? Form up the Destroyer!
I am the Sonic Power Robot. Please fight me.
Ouch!
Rhinoplasty.
responda!
Let's see how you like a taste of eternal darkness, termite brain. Whoa, that's pretty black.
Hey, that's a neat trick. Let me show you mine. I call it, I'd rather light a candle and curse the darkness.
Nigga responda!
Teleportation.
Ow! Note to self, stop trying to read Charlie's mind.
This is my apocalypse, and it freaks me out.
Aha!
Again? Didn't you learn your lesson the last time?
Ow. It's a good thing that I was only impersonating something from the Dark Dimension, or I'd be toast right now.
The wheel says, toy broken, powers unavailable. Psychic ventriloquist.
Junior despised you, Charlie.
I am the sonic powered robot. Please shut up and die.
Ah, donkey ears.
Close your eyes, Max!
Why? This is really cool!
Hey, you're right!
Junior! Don't put me back in the box! I love you!
Ah, jeez, Charlie, have a little dignity.
Why won't you play with me?
Good job, Max! Max?
Just a minute, Sam.
Max! Little buddy?
What? I thought we were doing a thing here.
Max, you're alive!
Yep, that icky demon seed must have broken my fall.
What ridiculous luck!
Says you. I think I swallowed some of that dark dimensional demon yolk. Ugh.
Did it taste like chicken?
No. It was more like,
The succulent torment from the dead!
Not funny, Max.
I wasn't trying to be funny. If I was, I'd say something like, how do you keep an idiot in... Oh, I don't feel so good, Sam.
Hang on, little buddy. I'll go get you some soda crackers and lukewarm pork.
This is so cool!
Dr. Norrington, you gotta help me with Max.
Hold
Holy H.P. Lovecraft spinning through the 13 abyssal planes on a propane grill!
Congratulations, my friends. Thanks to your valiant efforts, Sam and Max have eliminated the scourge of the Devil's Toy Box once and for all. But at what cost?
Well, this is new.
When next we meet, the fate of Sam, Max, reality, and perhaps your very sanity will rest in your trembling hands in the concluding chapter of The Devil's Playhouse.
What? Sal? Sal? Sal?